Good morning. It's 6:05. Leaving the shelter. Everything is still wet. It stopped raining about an hour after I got there. Okay, which way am I going? Chairback Gap lean-to, 9.9 miles. Going that way. No, wait. Go for the Sydney Tapping Campsite. I'm going that way. Whew. Almost went the wrong way. Somebody did show up last night about 9 or 9:30. I fell asleep early, but I heard some rustling around, and then they had a red headlamp going. They set up a hammock right in front of the shelter, so that wasn't bad. They're still sleeping as I leave, and I've got a relatively shorter day. I got a couple spots I can camp at between like 14 and 16 miles, 14 or 17 miles maybe. First cobweb of the day. Because tomorrow I'm getting a food pickup from Shaw's Hiker Hostel, and they deliver food to Joe Mary Road. I don't think they can do it before 11, so there's no sense for me to get there to push too far today, because I'll be too close to Joe Mary. That's like 23 miles, 22. I don't think I want to try to get there. Well, they only deliver between 11 and 2, so I can't get there by 2. And I might as well not push too far to get there to, be waiting around tomorrow. So that's the plan. I'll figure out a would you rather in a little bit. Here's rocky stuff to start. I think that's what it's going to be like. I got to go over the Whitecap range today, which is like 4 mountains. In the first 5.6 miles, 5.7 miles. The good news is Whitecap is the last one, and I should get a really good view of Katahdin. So if the clouds cooperate, I'll get a chance to see the goal. And that'll be good. Anyway, I'll give you a would you rather in a little bit. Let me get a mile or two going. See ya. All right, good morning again. As you can see, it's pretty foggy, hazy. I don't know if I'm going to see a lot today. We'll see how it is when I get to the top of this range. But I got a would you rather. So, would you rather we did or did not have, as a country in the U.S., mandatory service of, let's say, 2 years, 18 months to 2 years for everyone when they turn 18. And that service could be anything from Teach for America to AmeriCorps to some sort of working with seniors and or non-combat jobs in the military. So there's lots of things in the military that need to get done that I think the government now outsources and pays for. But would we be better off or not if everybody spent 18 months to 2 years in some form of service to the country before they started either their college career or went into the working world? Think about that, and I'll let you know what I think at the end. See ya. Good morning again. Made the first climb, and it was like 40 minutes of a Stairmaster in a steam room. It's not actually that hot, but it's 100% humidity. It is just soupy out here. I don't think I'm going to get a dry day until I finish, unfortunately. Because this is like the worst weather for me. It's super soupy. Just sweat so much. But the top of that little mountain, there's no view. It was all cloudy, and it was all wooded. So I did stop for a few minutes to try to push up a video because I had 2 bars of coverage, so I got a bunch of texts, but 2 bars of Verizon coverage here doesn't seem to actually do anything. None of the apps open. The YouTube Studio app that you have to use to upload videos just doesn't work unless I've got Wi-Fi. It seems like it's incredibly frustrating. So I got one more shot on top of Whitecap later today. If not, unfortunately, I don't think I'm gonna get any videos up until I get to the AT hostel in Millinocket when I'm done. Anyway, we'll try one more time, and hopefully something goes up. If not, thanks for your patience, and you'll see it all as soon as I can get it to you. See ya. Alrighty, here we are, West Peak, 3181. This is the second of the 4 I gotta go over today. It's 1.5 miles now to Hay Mountain. You gotta go down and up, and then it's 3.3 miles to Whitecap. After Hay, I gotta go down and up to get there, but 3.3 miles, and then I'm over the last range before Katahdin. I don't know if I'm gonna have a view of Katahdin today. Hasn't been. It seems like it's pretty foggy still, but I'll know I'm over the last mountain range, which will be good. Moose poop. Still no moose. Wow, more moose poop. They love the trail. I can see why. Easier than walking through these woods. Yep. I got to make a call to, or a text to Hippie Chick back at Shaw's when I get to Whitecap to confirm what time I want my pickup, my food drop tomorrow. I'm going to see how I feel. Right now it's scheduled for 2 o'clock, which is, I think I can get there much earlier than that, especially if I decide to push a little today. So I'm going to probably move that up as early as they'll do it. Try to push today and get there early, and then try to make some big miles past there tomorrow. We'll see how I feel when I get to Whitecap. See ya. All right, well, here we are coming out on Whitecap Mountain, the last big mountain before Katahdin, and as you can see, there's nothing to see. What a bummer. Whoa, chilly too. That's the way we gotta go. Apparently the view is over here, but up that way, but there's no view, so I'm not walking that way. I'm going back in back in here for a second. See if we have a cell, because this is where I have to text Shaw's from and tell them about my food pickup tomorrow. Oh man, what a bummer. It is brutal out there. Oof. All right, I'll check in a bit. All right, success in sending a text to Shaw's. They said they can get my food drop there by 10 in the morning. So I'm gonna try to push big and get to a shelter that's like 13 more miles. And I think it's only like 4 miles, 3 or 4 miles from that drop point. So I could even sleep in till like 7 or 7:30, 8 o'clock and still be at the drop point by 10, and then try to push as far past there as I can. Yeah, so that's good. Let's, I gotta go past this mountaintop again. Wind is howling right outside these trees, and there is like, I don't know, 70 yards of visibility. So nothing good, but I'm gonna push through. All right, see you guys later. All right, the wind died down a little bit. I'm still coming down the back side of Whitecap. I just thought I'd show you how foggy it is. Yeah, no views. Something tells me that this is a omen of what I'm gonna get when I get to Katahdin, unfortunately. But you'll be able to see a sign. I'll be able to see the sign, and I'll get a picture taken on the sign, and that's the view that I am most interested in right now. So bring it on. I'll take it. There was very little cell service there. I did get through, as I said, to Shaw's. Not only are they going to be able to get there by 10 a.m., I asked them if there's any way they'd get me a deli sandwich at the grocery store, and they said they would. So I'll even have a turkey sandwich to eat at 10 a.m. on tomorrow, and then I'm going to push some big miles. And yeah, so if all goes as well as I hope, that could get me summiting on the 10th instead of the 11th, which is what I'm targeting right now. I could pick up one day if I push today. Yesterday's push helped get to this lean-to today, 13 miles. Get my food drop at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Push big again. And then, yeah, we'll see. Fingers crossed. But it's within sight. So let's go do it. Hello, hello. It's a little afternoon. Yeah, like 9 point something miles to get to the shelter I'm shooting for. We'll see what kind of time I can make. This is a kind of interesting section. I mean, it's like rocky, moss covered rocks, kind of odd looking trees. The trail is at parts pretty nice with pine needles, but then other parts really rooty, and it's like bending and turning and twisting like you wouldn't believe. It's like S upon S upon S of bends and turns as opposed to just going straight. I guess it's just so many of these big rocks covered in moss. It's trying to find its way through that, which definitely makes it a little slower going, for sure. But yeah, this stuff I can make 2 miles an hour on, which is kind of what I need to do to get to the places I'm trying to go to. But when you have stuff like this, you got to climb over it. That slows you down. Whoa, 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 whoa. Look at that. Slipping on the bark. There we go. All right. You got a sense of what's going on here. Time to get at it. All right. Here's the east branch of the Pleasant River. We had to ford the west branch yesterday. Today, I think we can just do a rock hop and get across. Although, there's some cables, I guess, for when it gets really high. But a guy just going sobo just told me he rock hopped it, so I'm gonna go do that. See ya. Success, got across. It's got a pretty nice little view there. Clouds don't look so good. I'm thinking I might get another thunderstorm again today. But what are you gonna do? Let's keep going this way. It's getting a little rockier. Maybe that's just right around this stream. Hopefully that lightens up. Hello, hello. I am within a mile of the, I think it's called the Cooper Brook lean-to. That's where I'm heading. It's going to be a 19-mile day. And I'll tell you, my feet are feeling it. I am a little frustrated that I've made it 2,140 miles before I start having problems with my feet. But yesterday and today, problems in my feet are really getting raw. I had a blister right at the base of my big toe. When I looked at it more closely last night after all those wrinkles, and tried putting some tape on that. But both of my feet around between the bottom of the big toe and the ball of the foot are rubbed raw. I can feel it. And I didn't stop because there's not much I'm going to do until I get to where I'm going and let them air out a little bit and then tape them up or something. But what a bite in the butt. Be able to go this long and not have any foot problems, and then the home stretch, they're gonna make it that much extra challenging. Oh boy. Anyway, a little walking over a board for a while here. Let me try not to fall. Let me do this and I'll come back with the would you rather. All right, I'm back. Successfully navigated that. So today's would you rather is a little different. Would you rather we did or did not have national public service for 18-year-olds for 18 months to 2 years? Went back and forth on this, but I'm going for, I think it's a good idea. Think that we have lost a sense of sort of community across the country as things have become more partisan, more politically divided. I think the data shows that people are actually, if you look at the number of counties that exist today that are actually truly swing counties, not districts, not voting districts to get gerrymandered, but counties where the county boundary is the county boundary and has been forever. The number of swing districts is a small fraction of what it was 25 years ago. So we're literally self-sorting into our own little pods, our own little political bubbles. And I think that having young people do community service or do some kind of national service where they're interacting with all kinds of other young people from all kinds of different walks of life and having some shared experiences would be a good thing for the country. We can figure out how to pay for it. We can figure out a lot of the other logistics. We can figure out how to make sure all the rich kids don't get their choice and the poor kids don't get their choice of what they want to do. I could easily figure that out. So I think it's something we should do. I would bet that there are people in both parties that would not want it to happen, and they would have different stated reasons, but the real underlying reason would be it probably would help solve some of the partisan political divide, and there's people on both sides that don't want that solved because it's better for their business and better for them. So that's what I'm going with. I'll show you camp when I get there. Oh, that hurt my foot. And I will, show you camp when I get there. See ya. Alrighty, sitting here cooking dinner, boiling my water. At the base of the Brook Falls, right there. And this is the Brook Falls lean-to, where I'm staying tonight. I am over in that corner over there. As you might be able to see there's a young lady who has her tents set up in the shelter. Not exactly sure why. She's having a bad day. She has bugs, something's at her feet, but her tent's set up in the shelter. But I'm sleeping in there anyway. And sleeping in tomorrow for a little bit, so I don't have to be till 4 miles from here, Joe Mary Road at 10 o'clock for my food pickup. So hopefully get on the trail no later than 7. I'm going to take care of my feet a little bit there. It looks like the one blister that I had to pop last night might have come back. I got to let the wrinkles die down a little bit. I'll take care of them in the morning after they dry out tonight. Then I'm going to have a little, what are we going to have tonight? Beef pasta marinara. Oh, it's boiling. Gotta go. See ya.